All right, welcome everybody to the show. Got a nice, relaxing show for you today to celebrate the welcoming of this weekend. And yes, it is that moment. Finally, episode 9 of Song Reviews. Today's episode will be going over 4 hit songs from the band INXS. So, I don't know how many of you out there are familiar with this band, but tragically, it is no more. So, let's go ahead and find out why, shall we? All right. Now, I bet if you were to go jaywalking, just asking random people out there who the lead singer, what his full name is for INXS, they'd probably look at you with question marks. We're no longer in the 80s anymore. So, Michael Kelland John Hutchence was an Australian singer, songwriter, and actor. He was the co-founder, lead singer, and lyricist of the rock band INXS from 1977 until his death, his tragic death. You can research that if you want. I'm not going to even bother mentioning it. In 1997, unfortunately. I remember hearing about it. So, sad times, but he left behind pretty strong legacy. Pretty strong material. Not the strongest compared to other bands like Guns N' Roses, and not the same category, but there's so many great bands from the 80s. I chose this band in particular to pay homage to because, it was part of the 80s growing up. It was a beautiful time. It was, this one really left a dent, just like I went over Genesis in a previous song review stream episode. And these were the songs that I listened to growing up in the 80s. And INXS is just one of those. Phil Collins, like I said, Genesis, he was up there too. But there's just so many, like they would just bounce so many hits. It wasn't just Michael Jackson and then later on Madonna coming into the scene. By the time the 90s roll around, all these singers from the 80s, they're still up there, but now the 90s is a whole different genre. It's just an era, rather. So let's go ahead and get into it. Besides the tragic part of the lead singer here, my number one song from INXS is Never Tear Us Apart. And now I know why. It was my destiny to have so many of these love songs as my favorite songs, and I know it's pretty typical from the 80s and 90s to have love songs, but it's just these in particular songs that have these lyrics, very specific lyrics that coincide. They resonated with me. I believe in resonance. When they certain messages, emotions, energy, and motion, it really touches your heart and soul, and you may not know why until later on in life. Oh, it was kind of like a sign. So Never Tear Us Apart has a really great message here. And as always in this series, we're going to go over the lyrics in great detail. Even if it's obvious, maybe we might miss something. So, let's go over the lyrics, shall we? Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you, I love your precious heart. I love the way this is sang by the lead singer here. It's the melody in the background, the instrumental, if you will. It's just the background music is done in a very orchestra-like fashion. So this was a very creative band, from the saxophone player to the guitarist. It was very creative, just like any other band in the 80s, almost, pretty much. They all had their synth machines with their pianos, and they they created these unique sounds, like the band Aha or Police. Just really unique sounds, and so this was one of them. This was a very creative band, and also their video, the MTV music television, the videos that they had for these songs, the video version, they always are creative as well. So let's continue here. I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly 'cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. So, a little bit deep there, but very simple. I love their lyrics because they're very simple overall. And you know, the wings reference there reminds me of Broken Wings. Take these broken wings from, I think the band is Police who sang that. Take these broken wings. So let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the song here, the lyrics. Don't ask me, you know it's true. Worlds collided, two worlds collided. Okay, we're shining through, and they can never tear us apart. So a little bit of a variation there. And he repeats. So this is perhaps the easiest of all of his songs, in my opinion. That's actually the easiest in this whole series of song reviews. Alright, so let's go over the song meaning. Wow, I didn't expect it to be that easy. The song Never Tear Us Apart by INXS, it's all about the performance, I gotta say that, is a love song that expresses how two people can stay together in spite of any troubles. The lyrics emphasizes the strength of the relationship and expresses how two people will never be separated no matter what obstacles they may encounter. The message of the song is that love can either remain firm or become stronger through the tough times that couples may face. It's a testament of the power of everlasting love and devotion. That's everything I preach on this channel. And yet there's some people who still don't believe in true love or soulmates. And here are these beautiful bands that have come and gone preaching it. Very similar messages, but I, of course, go a lot deeper with my book and with my online video course movie. But if they could do that with the invention of the internet, I'm sure they would mess around with that too. Or an artistic form of expression using their music, especially the digital audio workstations, the DAWs that are available these days. I bet they would dominate the scene, but such talent is sadly no more. Today's music bands are just living on hooks and loops. Really sad, except for a few, but there's still hooks and loops. You got some gems out there, but they're far and few between. So, let's go ahead and move on to their next hit, shall we? This is my second in line, Mystify. Mystify me. Oh my goodness. If you're from my era, my generation, you know, when you hear this song, it's just cool times, nice road songs. So let's go ahead and see what Mystify is all about. Remember, four songs because the past episodes were way too long. 4 songs is enough. I think this is going to be the fastest one ever because of the simplicity of his lyrics. All veils are and misty, streets of blue, almond looks, that chill divine. So he's doing kind of like a poetic expression here. Some silken moment goes on forever, and we're leaving broken hearts behind. Mystify, mystify me. I need perfection. Oh, look, there's that word. You gonna argue with this guy for using the word perfection? Heck yeah. You see, only the most intelligent, most passionate people demand and want perfection because they know it can be achieved. They have belief in themselves and belief in their partner and belief in perfection itself because it does in fact exist. Anybody who wants to debate that, good luck. Because there's so many, I could just pick from, it's not even a handful, there's tons of examples of perfection that is just non-debatable. You would have to be beyond silly, beyond naive to expose yourself for even trying to argue that perfection doesn't exist. Some twisted selection that tangles me to keep me alive in all that exists, but none have your beauty. I see your face. Interesting. So let's go ahead and see. Mystify me, eternally wild, with the power to make every moment come alive. Hey, that's my language. Life is about every single good moment that you can create and maintain. All those stars that shine upon you, well, they kiss you every night. All veils are misty, streets are blue. And okay. Like I said, very, very simple lyrics. Yes. Okay, so he repeats everything that we've just seen. Let's go to the meaning of Mystify. The song Mystify by INXS is about being captivated, love that word, and entranced, love that word, by someone's beauty and presence. Yeah, that beautiful power of attraction. And later when you fall in love, it's admiration, respect, the lyrics, and pride. The lyrics describe the streets as misty and blue, creating a mysterious and magical atmosphere. Oh, interesting. The almond-shaped eyes of the person being sung about are described as divine and chilling, elevating them to a goddess-like status. I like that. The singer wants to be mystified by this person and seeks their perfection. Oh, ho, ho. Bravo. Bravo. That's such a beautiful, beautiful surprise. Thank you so much, INXS. Because nothing is in excess when it comes to love. That's perfect. I love it. Which they believe will keep them alive. That's what it's about, and that's everything I preach on this channel. If you don't feel it, you're dying every day. If you don't have someone to love with all of your heart and soul, you are a zombie. And you need to change that. If you want to come alive, if you want to feel truly alive, you need to change that. If you've been burnt, I don't care. Stop living as a victim and a weakling. I'm trying to help you find the one and only. But I can't help you if you don't help me help you. If you don't believe, you'll never achieve. And that's just a fact of life. Suck it up. You know what? To each their own. You know, weakness is for the weak. Thank you so much. Wow. I probably should have put that as number 1. Moving on. Really mystified me. Thank you so much for coinciding exactly for what I preach. You know, and I like when the haters say, you know, that perfection and soulmates don't exist. I'm like, damn, you're so miserable. It must really suck to be you. Such a sad, horrible, miserable life. You know, like, to be able to say that with the chance that you've been given to become the happiest man or woman alive, and you just toss it away out of ignorance and weakness, must suck to be you. So that's why I focus only on the positive and the strong. Not somebody who's going to come over and be like, oh, want to start arguments and drama. Those are the weaklings. Nobody has time for that. Imagine wasting your time, because I actually wasted my precious time, 5 hours with one of these losers. You know, and I'm like, wow, and you still don't do anything about your miserable life. So, you can't coach everybody, unfortunately, because to each their own. You know, if somebody insists on being miserable, you can't help them. You gotta let them go. I did a stream on that. How to let go. All right, moving on to the next hit. I Need You Tonight. Yeah, that's what it's about. Come over here. All you got is this moment. 21st century's yesterday. You can care all you want. Everybody does. Yeah, that's okay. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. I need you tonight. 'Cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. How do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think at all. I love this. I love this back and forth in this part. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me. Okay. So, yeah, moves are so raw. One of my kind. Yep, it's all about that synchronicity, that match. You gotta have that chemistry. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna be with that person for the rest of your life. You guys better have a strong physical, mental, emotional attraction going on. Otherwise, good luck. It's your life, not mine. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, repeat it all. Yeah, I mean, because her moves are so raw. He's gotta let her know. Alright. So, Need You Tonight by INXS is a song about a passionate and immediate attraction. That's what it is. Between two people. The lyrics convey a sense of urgency and desire. That's what love is, and it better be each and every single day. Yes, it is realistic. If you say that's not realistic, you're the one with the problems. As a singer pleads with the object of his affection to come closer and share a moment with him. Very simple. And that's the way life should be. Unfortunately, people make it all complicated, and that's exactly why they're miserable and angry and just playing the victim. Oh, everybody, oh, I'm just suffering. Help me out. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. Love doesn't exist. I don't know. It's your fault. It's all the women's fault. It's all the guys' fault. What a bunch of losers. The stupid gender war. Like, I can go on with this, man. Let's just go ahead and move on. New Sensation. When you hear this song here, this is the fourth on the list. New Sensation is just... It's very energetic. Get you pumping. Get you want to dance out there. And it's just really... They knew what they were doing. This one right here, it's the fourth, but it's not because I don't like it. It's because I have my favorites. But New Sensation is more of an inspirational tune, and melody, and song message, I believe, too. So let's go ahead and see what they mean by New Sensation. And by the way, there are two other songs that I want to mention. Devil Inside is cool, has a cool tune. The message I don't necessarily agree with, though. And also, what is it? I don't know. Where he's saying mediate, hesitate, Kate, and also I forgot what that song was, but that's a really good song too. I'm sure you guys know which one I'm talking about. I probably might remember it. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the lyrics. Live, baby, live. Now that the day is over, I got a new sensation. In perfect moments. There you go. He's mentioning it again. Once again, perfect moments. That's impossible to refuse. Absolutely. Sleep, baby, sleep. Now that the night is over and the sun comes like a god into our room, all perfect light and promises. See how many times he uses the word perfect? It's amazing. Got a hold on you, a new sensation. Right now, it's going to take you over. Dream, baby, dream. Of all that's come and going, that is different. And you will find out in the end, there really is no difference. When you got to get it out, I'll be your shoulder. You can tell me all. Don't keep it in ya. Interesting. Well, that's the reason why I'm here. Are you ready for a new sensation right now? Gonna take you over. Hate, baby, hate. When there's nothing left for you. You're only human. What can you do? It'll soon be over. Don't let your pain take over you. That matches the haters in the life. And yeah, that's all they do is hate, and because they got nothing left. So the ones who hate on others, such as this channel and myself, who they don't even know, is because they need a punching bag. And then when I refuse to be their punching bag, they get upset. Like a kid whining because he doesn't have his candy, his lollipop. I'm like, well, that's all you're going to do. If it's not me, it's somebody else. And you have a miserable life offline. So yeah, I agree with that. Love, baby, love. It's written all over your face. There's nothing better we could do than live forever. Hey, I love that. Well, that's all we've got to do. Yeah, eternal love. Right now, get a hold on a new sensation. All right, so what does this song mean? The song New Sensation is an upbeat anthem about, upbeat. Accepting change and embracing the future with positivity. Wow, and what do I preach on this channel? The song encourages listeners to experience life to the fullest, exactly, by living in the moment, exactly, and embracing opportunities and challenges. The lyrics discuss the idea that no matter how difficult they may seem, the end goal of experiences is to understand that there is no difference between the highs and lows, ups and downs. The chorus urges the listener to be ready for a new sensation, reminding us to stay open to change and to not be scared of facing new challenges. Yeah, you got to be brave in this life. You got to be a warrior. That's why I defend myself at every turn. I'm like, are you kidding me? But I don't give haters that much attention in the end because that's what they want. Some people are just beyond immature. They're beyond miserable, and they take it to another level way down. So they keep digging their grave deeper and deeper. So you don't want to follow them there. You want to leave it at some point. Ultimately, the song is an uplifting reminder that life is a journey and we should always strive to learn and grow from it. Yeah, absolutely. So those who refuse to grow are the ones who are never going to get nothing accomplished, and they live in misery and suffering. And, online, it's easy to point out these people. Offline, it's a little bit more tricky. They're the quiet ones. Anybody who's living a quiet life, doesn't really like to talk much, that's a big red flag. It's a big red flag because human beings are designed and meant to express ourselves. Emotion, feelings. The energy in motion creates feelings that we are supposed to let out. Express yourself. There's even a song called that, Express Yourself. If you don't express yourself physically, that's why dancing exists. That's why singing exists. The vocal cords or the body. Sexual expression, sexuality, having sex, either by yourself or with another, hopefully the one for you. This is all expression. We have art. Art is all about expression, not just music and singing, but what I do. This is art. This is educational art, and in a form of entertainment, visual and audio production. But it's a productive art because you actually learn something from that. Just like these songs, you can learn something from it. And if you believe the messages behind the songs, and if you believe the positive feelings that you extract from music without words, such as Beethoven's 7th Symphony, whatever it is, it could be a country song or country music, it doesn't matter. If you feel it, then it makes you produce positive energy and emotion. And that is the power of the human spirit, the soul's expression, your very life force. So if you don't have these positive things in your life, you are committing what I call long-term suicide. Could be short-term. So these are the people who end up dropping dead all of a sudden, from a heart attack or whatever it is, because they're dealing with negative emotions on a daily basis. And that's death. Stress kills. All types of stress. And unfortunately, they do it to themselves, ultimately, because you are responsible for your own fate. Just like the movie Terminator 2, there's no fate but what you make for yourself. They're giving you truth in plain sight. So I can preach it all day, but this is where the stream ends. Let me go ahead and see if there are any comments. Oh, yeah, Maria Olivares. Welcome. Yeah, 80s music. Let's see. Yes, it's when music was very well alive. Very well alive. 80s and 90s, I'm so glad to have been alive back then. Growing up as an 82 kid. And then I appreciate the 60s and 70s and 50s. And even classical music, way before I was even thought of. So, yes, there is no time to waste. Hey, muchas gracias, Maria. Yeah, singing. It's a work in progress. I have done some songs in the past, but those are different. Let's see here. Yeah, stay away from haters. Absolutely, 100%. All right. Let's see. Are we still good? I think we're still good. Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much for viewing this stream. Hope you guys have a good one. The weekend's right around the corner, so don't stress, as I said, and enjoy yourselves. Much love.